Today is day 16, and I'm going to be letting you know how week 1 and week 2 have gone so far. And for those of you who have not watched my 10-day sugar-free challenge, you wouldn't know what the Whole30 diet is, unless you have been exposed to it otherwise. But the Whole30 diet, I'm going to not call it a diet, it's a Whole30 experiment, I'm going to say. You take away certain things that are common stressors to your digestive system and things that cause inflammation in your system, and you eat clean for 30 days. After those 30 days, you reintroduce some of the things that are thought to cause inflammation, so you can see how you react, your body reacts with them. For some of these, we've been eating them and have had them as part of our regular diet for so many years that our body has adapted to it. So the point of it is to create a blank slate of low inflammation in the body, so that when you do introduce those things back in, you get clear signals as to whether something affects you or not and how it affects you, and then you can make informed decisions on what you do and don't want to have and what's worth having. The things that you can eat are meat, plenty of vegetables, fruits, nuts, and healthy fats like coconut oil, extra virgin cold pressed olive oil, and ghee, avocados, those kind of healthy fats. So let's begin. Week 1. I had just come out of my 10-day sugar-free challenge, and so I feel like I kind of cheated in that, my on-ramp into Whole30 was really easy. I felt really good the first week. I felt like I had a lot of energy. My energy was sustained throughout the day. And even on day 6 and 7th, when my energy did dip, my energy level was still sustained, and I didn't feel like I was dragging my feet at all. One thing that I loved is just how much food you're able to have. Like, there's no calorie counting or anything like that, and you just essentially pay attention to your hunger levels and you eat till satisfaction, which is wonderful. And of course, when there's something that we're eating that we know is not healthy, we tend to go, oh, I shouldn't have too much, and then we have a little, and then we get started and we can't stop, and we become guilty about it, or we feel badly, or we don't feel guilty about it, but then we don't feel so good the next day. So it's just so nice to know that everything that I'm going to put in my mouth is going to make me feel great, and I don't have to worry about any of those kind of symptoms. I don't have to worry about getting really tired and sleepy after I eat. So those are all things that have happened across the board. Another great thing is eating this way, because I have so many sensitivities. I've had sensitivity to just eating grains in general, and gluten especially, and certain kinds of corn just make me feel bloated and achy in my low belly. So it's just been nice to not have to deal with that at all in the past 2 weeks. So week one, sustained energy, awesome. One thing that I did notice though was that I had extra energy at the end of the night, and that made me go to sleep later, which in turn made me sleep less. Challenges that I came across was eating out is almost impossible when you're doing this. Everyone puts some kind of vegetable or canola oil or whatever oil that's not necessarily healthy oil, and since we can't have legumes or anything like that, during the Whole30 you can't have peanut oil or things like that either. So it's most people cook with canola oil in restaurants, and it's super annoying. So unless you're having steamed vegetables and steamed meat and that's offered in the restaurant, it's nearly impossible. So I ended up in a pickle. I had packed my lunch, and I was a good girl, and I was very prepared and brought my water and everything, and because I knew we were going to be touring the first Saturday on Whole30, I was going to be touring Queens, check out different neighborhoods. We're currently dating neighborhoods because we're going to be moving soon. And we get a call that there was a funeral happening for one of my husband's family members. And so we redirected the car at the end of our tour to go to the funeral. So we were out of the house for longer than expected. And we ended up having to eat at a restaurant. Thankfully, I was able to on the menu there was like a seafood mix that was essentially just pickled in, not pickled, it's like a, oh, what the heck is that, the name of that? Ceviche, which is essentially like seafood that has been marinated in lemon juices or, vinegar or something like that for a while, and it didn't have any, and it had olive oil, it didn't have canola oil, so thankfully I was able to eat that. But most things were not something that I could eat, were off limits. So that was a challenge. Everything took way longer because now I was cooking breakfast for my husband, cooking breakfast for my husband in the morning, and also making him lunch so that he can stay mostly Whole30 during the time that I was doing it, because he wanted to. He has his exceptions. He's not being strictly Whole30, but he's doing his own version of it. And so I was cooking extra for him, and everything was taking way longer than I expected. So it took a lot of patience and really strategizing and thinking about quick and easy ways to create fast meals that are tasty and are repeatable, to lower stress in that way. I also noticed that I was way less cranky that first week. Like, I was just like in a generally good mood. I usually get cranky towards the end of the day when I'm cleaning dishes and I'm like, oh crap, I'm cranky again. That means it's time to go to bed soon. But somehow I was just like, yep, I'm tired and I'm not cranky and I'm just gonna wash the dishes and that's that. So that was great. My skin did a little bit of breaking out, and I know that because my hormones are levering off and I've changed my diet, there are going to be some shifts, and it's likely that I would see it in my skin. That's usually the first thing that that happens when I do any kind of diet change. But also, I would have to say that I could attribute some of that to the fact that a couple of days I was lazy and I didn't wash my face before I went to sleep. And it's been really hot in New York City, so definitely sweat with clogged pores because of makeup isn't exactly the recipe for clear skin. And yeah, I think that's it. So my energy levels were good. My sleep was a little bit affected because I had extra energy at the end of the day. I broke out, and it was really challenging to eat out when I needed to. And just in general needed more time in my day in the morning to prep lunch and prep dinner if we were wanted to go out or something like that. Week two energy levels have been beautifully on an even keel, except I have been a little more tired than I was last week. So I know it sounds really contradictory, but it's not tired like I don't want to do anything. It's tired, but I have enough energy to do things. Not like a heavy tired, just like a background tired for like the beginning of the day a little bit, like maybe 20 minutes into the day, and then I'm getting tired a lot sooner, which makes me happy because I turn in before 11 and I'm able to sleep a full 8 hours, which is great. My skin has gotten a little bit better. I've been trying to sit on my hands and not pick on things because that's not good. And I've noticed that they are healing nicely, and the pimples, or I don't know if they're whiteheads or what, but they're very tiny and they heal quickly. Let's see, what else do I have here? Yes, I don't feel like I've been very regular throughout this ever since I started this, and when I have gone to the bathroom, it might be TMI, but if you're doing this along with me, I just want you to know that it's normal, because I've spoken to other Whole30 people and it's happened as well. They've experienced some irregularity, but when they do go, their stool's a little loose, so it might be because of the high fat in the diet. I haven't had any gastrointestinal pain or anything like that. I just haven't been regular. And at some point this past week, I felt like, oh my God, like, I know this is good for me. I'm losing, I'm lowering inflammation in my body, but I felt like I had gained like a pant size or something, and I was feeling just bigger than usual. But I love my little body, and I know that it's on its way to healing, so I'm letting that be, and I didn't judge it much. In the way of of challenges, yeah. Also, again, this week, I got really excited to find a restaurant because it's like a nice sweet date, you know, that I wanted to go on with my husband, and he was feeling a little bit, he was feeling limited as to where he could and couldn't go eating, so I wanted to give him like a fun excursion, a nice little fun date. So we bike ride down to Hue Kitchen because they're paleo friendly, and this Whole30 mostly coincides with paleo food. And so I got excited, and I wanted to like go out and eat and not have to wash dishes or prep my food. And when I got there, I was like reading all the ingredients like a hawk, and every friggin' thing, almost every friggin' thing had coconut sugar in it. Ugh! So we were very limited to the amount of dishes we could and couldn't eat. And I can tell you that my tummy was not happy after eating food that was cooked outside of the house. I don't know what it is, but my body has just really gotten used to my home cooked food, and I feel great eating it. And so that was interesting, and my husband's tummy did not like that we ate out either. So that was, you know, I don't know what that was about, but we kind of are okay eating home now. And let's see. I think that's it. So week two, slightly less energy, but still sustained energy. I'm not going to call it low energy. It's just not as high as it was the week before. My sleep has gotten better. I'm going to sleep earlier, getting tired earlier. So my sleep has improved. My skin is healing nicely. And I forgot to tell you, I was experiencing crazy sugar cravings yesterday. They came out of nowhere. It was like, I guess it was like a ticking time bomb, and I realized this morning that it was because I was PMSing. And I must say, ladies out there, the period of PMS was very small. I noticed that with Whole30, like my appetite had increased like every time it's gonna be that time of the month, maybe like a week or 5 days before, my appetite slowly increases until it's that time of the month, and then my appetite completely levels off during that time of the night, normally regularly. But for this time, I noticed that my appetite was slowly increasing, like maybe 3 days before my cycle arrived, and I didn't really have crazy sugar cravings like I do when I'm not eating this way up until like yesterday, the day right before. So I'm gonna say that this really does help with that kind of like PMS eating. And so yeah, so that was pretty cool. And I think that's it for now. And I'll plan on making another video for you at the end of the 30 days, giving you a full view of my experience with it. And I also wanted to make a couple of short, quick videos on the like quick and easy shortcuts that I found to make easy, delicious meals while on Whole30, and how to shorten my cooking time, my time in the kitchen. So that'll be another one. I might either blog about it or post another video. Either way, stay tuned. I'm really excited that you're thinking about doing the Whole30 or curious about it. I hope you do try it so that you get to, you know, learn about yourself a little bit more and your relationship to food, and also help yourself lower inflammation and feel better in your body. So if there's any way that I can help you, I definitely am happy and excited to support you in your healthy living journey. So feel free to comment below. Please do like this video if you'd like me to continue making more videos. And I'm looking forward to the next time we interact. Okay guys, cheers to your health and well-being. Signing over and out. This is Jelly. Mwah! Bye.